Hello, welcome back to another game, MoAre5, the last one in the quarterfinals, losers bracket 2, actually between ACCM and Hera. It's been a few days, I was sick a little bit, didn't have so much time, and we're still waiting, of course, to start against CL. You can see Hera did not ban Aztecs but Mayans, so ACCM is Aztecs, Italians and Malians, civilizations against Malay, Ethiopians and Slavs. Interesting matchup. Let's see what it brings us. ACCM, Malians in the first game in purple here. Go over the map, main gold, on the side, in the back, actually quite safe. The main stone forwardish, second gold inside, second stone outside, one really close to the space, third gold outside forwardish. Could actually put a gate here and this would be safe. Extra stone would be technically inside ACCM space then. We have two extra golds on the map here. I guess a little bit of a scout fight. No, it's just a scout attacking. One relic not so far away, but not really close to ACCM. This one close. I think the relic advantage actually here for Hera, who has the third gold outside, one relic relatively close to space, another relic close, second gold inside but forward, and the main gold on the side here. So all golds forward, actually not too good. Second stone outside. This relic closer to Hera in the neutral zone. A main stone safe in the back for him at least. And with a barracks and stable up for Hera as the Slavs, we have a barracks and stable up for ACCM as the Malians. We're going to see a few scouts probably, both players on the way to Castle Age, and that wolf actually being palisade scouted by ACCM to make sure he's not going to run into that, maybe with villagers later on. So for now we're waiting for the players to reach Castle Age and see who is going to go for the relics, for TCs, for anything, because no player is on stone. We're not going to see a castle from Slavs too early on anyways. For Malians it's possible, but it's not going to happen. Monastery coming up, TC on the second gold. You're actually not too far away from the second stone. So Hera going for one TC right now, waiting for the wood to go for another TC, maybe like right here on the main stone, and the wood line would be nice. He's going for the wood line only. That's also very, very good for him. And knight and two scouts, spearmen against three scouts, spearmen, and that knight actually losing more than half of its HP, but the spearman is going down, and Hera is allowed to put up two extra TCs for now. We have ACCM with the TC coming up on the main gold, with another TC coming up on the main stone, and that main gold TC also on the wood line, which is important in my opinion. We have a camel now out for the Malians here against that knight, and the first monks on the way. Anybody going for the relics yet? The monastery is up. ACCM sending the first monk out to try and grab this relic on the far. No, you cannot see this, so it's only going to go for the relic here. We're going to scout, trying to fight a little bit. So we have a classic arena game with yeah, scouts, knights, camels in this case, in the open field, trying to fight the relic. In the meantime, going to try and boom as fast as possible. This monk is definitely going to die without getting a conversion in, so Hera actually losing one here, and another scout protecting this relic. We can see ACCM, who is going to find a new relic. Yes, you can see it now, so it's going to go for that. And ACCM seems to have the map control and the relic advantage right now. 8 military units on the field. Actually, the scout guarding the relic on the top side here. Wheelbarrow coming in from ACCM. 41 villagers against Hera, 45, so it's ahead a little bit here. And now those monks are going to try and convert those camels. No, ACCM did not go for that relic yet. One knight, and the scout and knight are going to take down another monk here. Villager got converted really fast, back converted I guess, so this house is not going to go up here, and the camels need to go back. Relic wise, one relic for Hera, none for ACCM, surprising for me, but he is getting the first one in now. The scout still patrolling the relic on the top here. ACCM can see this. Hera cannot see the relic on the bottom here, which by one tile or something like that, which is a little bit unlucky. Hera now doing wheelbarrow as well. A lot of farms up. Not sure, maybe another mill around here would have been good. Like this farmer has to run a lot of a long way to drop his food off. A little bit of fight happening on knights against camels, spearmen, scouts, everything. Looks like the same military numbers. Hera does have more on the spot, so he's actually going to win this fight. He may lose a camel here or a knight. The monk going down fast. I guess was the camel converted, and that knight got converted very quickly. Of course the monk is going to die now, but I think getting a few conversions in is quite good. Now siege workshop coming up in the middle for ACCM. Hera going with his own siege workshop at home. Stoneman coming from Hera, but for now it's minor fights and mostly booming, mini booming here. I think we have still 3 TCs for both players. Let's check actually. We have that one on the main stone, main goal. Yes, it's both in 3 TCs. Hera actually the one to click up first, while ACCM is investing now into mangonels. Stable, more camels coming up. So actually ACCM delaying his imp time a little bit. Not sure why he's so far behind when it comes to Imperial Age times here. Both players have one relic, so Not even half of the relics are inside the monasteries yet. And of course, ACCM is going to start and attack the TC here. Now, barracks coming up, and we're going to see halberdiers, maybe even standard infantry. We should see onagers and possibly siege onagers. Would be awesome. Imperial Age gonna come in very soon. This TC under attack, and the farms had to be abandoned already. And a second mangonel on the way. I think a defensive mangonel is needed. There it goes, opening the walls. Of course, is Hera going to try and get rid of those mangonels. One for nothing. Shot. A little bit of damage done. Only 13 HP left. But that mangonel is actually going down to the one light cav. No, that converted. Very good conversion here. And a periodic click coming up from ACCM, and Hera is already there. Going with other barracks. Are we going to see halberdier upgrade immediately? Are we going to see onager upgrade? What is the idea of Hera here? 2 rams in the field. Now squires coming in, cap ram on the way, so no help yet. Missing a little bit of gold here. ACCM got a castle up in the middle. Geppetto production starting. And Geppetto is a very big problem here for the Slavs actually. I guess you need a lot of siege. Now barracks coming up to, I guess, add, what's going to be? Is it going to be halberdiers or is it going to be standard infantry? Well, it's possible. Men at arms. So standard infantry on the way for ACCM. Attacked in late castle age to delay his imperial age, but like this, Hera cannot really attack quickly here, and Hera does not have a castle up as far as I know. 559 stone in the bank. Needs to go for a castle. Yeah, the cat rams won't be good enough to actually go for that castle. You need to be siege rams. Second coming in from ACCM as well. The halberdiers starting to attack. Of course, the camels need to go back and actually dying in the process. But Geppetto will make sure that those helps need to go back. Hera doing cavalier now. Maybe not the worst idea actually. Let's see how he's going to fight against Geppetto. Mass Geppetto is a big problem, especially seeing that they may be elite over time. And then you need a good amount of siege or a good amount of units. And ACCM taking full control of the middle, long swordsman coming in, another castle coming up, double castle in the middle will give him a lot of map control. 2 relics for ACCM, there's still 2 missing, this one which ACCM could see and this one which both players could see, but they don't really care for the relics right now. They're caring for the middle for map control. Halberdiers getting created, I guess at least. Let me check. ACCM probably doing more Geppettos, now Trebuchet coming up, and we are going to see more long swordsmen. So no Geppettos right now. Handcart coming from Hera a little bit late, but it's alright. Chain barding armor is going to produce cavalier. Not going for any more helps. I guess halberdiers is not really what you need right now. And a castle coming up to protect the second stone, the second gold and the main gold here. This third gold getting covered by a monk here. So if Hera is actually going for that, ACCM will see it and will be able to take actions. The first trebuchet now hitting that siege workshop with 2 captains which are going back. Protecting armor conscription, but Hera does not have enough food for the siege ram upgrade, which I think would be very valuable for him. Now those 2 trebuchets hitting the forward buildings, forwardish buildings, siege workshop coming up here, double castle and a lot of buildings. Actually ACCM has a really good control, really good grasp over, to call it like that, over the middle map. And he's starting to attack buildings because why not? I have trebuchets, I'm going to start and attack, destroy. Now champion upgrade is done, 1+5. Pierce armor actually, and 1+2 of course with the melee armor. They're gonna be quite good, and Hera has more military units, but the halberdiers will die faster than the champions. Problem is right now the cavalier, which ACCM can actually convert. That's 1 conversion. Those monks of 12 range. Another siege workshop coming up, late mail armor on the way now for ACCM, fully upgrading those champions on the defensive on the defense, and we have now 2 trebuchets, 3 trebuchets, 4 trebuchets hitting that castle. Hera is on a score lead, is far in the population lead, but he's lacking map control, and as long as ACCM can keep the map control, I think Hera may be in trouble over time. A few boyars actually on the field now. They will be strong against almost anything that is on the field, except the monks maybe, but how do you pull off boyars in a 1v1? It's really hard to do. Siege ram now coming from Hera, I think it's a good decision. ACCM might go for Elite Geppetto very soon. Elite boyar coming in, is that actually happening? Yes, Elite boyar on the way, but only 1 castle for Hera. Not enough stone for another castle here. He's taking the second stone. He's losing the TC though, and that means the control over the stone is not going to be too good overall. Those elite boyars are actually pretty strong against the melee units. As you can see, 6+2. This is huge. 6+2 melee armor against Geppetto. 15 attacks, so only 7 damage per he's throwing swords or something like that. That means it takes quite a while for them to take down the boyars here. Big fight happening. Not so many halberdiers left. The cavalier and boyars are going to be very good, but those elite Geppetto are actually doing a lot of damage. Trebuchets, of course, hitting anything they can. Military numbers looking a lot better right now for ACC. I'm not sure where those military numbers are, military units are. But in the middle he has more right now, and Hera with good resources, but cannot produce. He's actually calling GG here. Elite Warrior, that's what you do when you have enough castles and have secured them. Ooh, and I didn't even see this, but the champion's moving in to start and raid to take down a lot of villagers on that third gold. So actually, what I missed, ACCM saw it. He saw the gold being taken by Hera, and like this, only wait, 123 villagers, but only 10 militarians. I guess that's the problem. Cannot do anything against those elite Gebeto. He needed more cavalier, maybe more siege rams early on, but ACCM taking the first game. Game 2 about to start. Italians or Aztecs, Malay or Ethiopians. I guess if I was ACCM, I would go Aztecs last to win the third game of the draft. You can afford to lose the second, but then you get momentum to play game number 4. And for Hera, I guess it's important to win this game, so probably Malay. Let's see what's actually going to happen. Italians against Malay. Makes sense. Usually Italians are not that good against the Malay because the Karambit warriors are really strong and they have good monks. Malay, they have to battle elephants later on if they need it. Let's go for the maps here quickly because both players are on the way to Castle Age already. Of course, Hera with Malay a little bit faster here, makes sense. 29 population, didn't really check his build order. He's got the main gold safe in the back. A lot of nothing in the back actually. That means the other resources, main stone and second stone, forward and forward outside. Could actually wall this off, then he would be fine here. Second gold on the left hand side, one relic here close, and another relic not so far away. Third gold actually quite far forward, extra stone here on the map, extra gold on the right hand side as well, extra berries doesn't really matter I guess. Let's go for ACCM's map, no back base, which is important to see because that means ACCM may need to go aggressive, even main stone forward, main gold forward, second gold and second stone forward outside, and a third gold on the other side also outside, one really close to space, this one not too far away. And we have one extra gold on the left hand side and another relic here, which is closer to ACCM, but more or less in a neutral zone. What do we have? Both are coming from both players. No buildings coming up yet for ACCM. He's on stones. He's going to go for that castle. TC coming up first on the wood line in the back. That's important to see. No 1 TC power play. We have a monastery up for Hera with the Malay. Heavy plow actually coming in. This is interesting. 1 TC, don't know if he could put it one more tile to the right hand side and he could fit farms around here, but I guess it's alright. And is he going for 3rd TC as well? Yes, 3rd TC actually on the main stone. So no TC, no, that's the TC on the woodline, that's what I wanted to see. And the first monk probably out already to try and get one of those relics. The scout is still alive for both players. No, actually that's not true. Looks like ACCM won a little bit of a scout fight here, and still Hera will be able to take a relic. Loom coming in just in case I guess, or maybe before it's getting housed, maybe didn't have the food to go for another villager. Castle coming up in front of the main stone, which is interesting. I think I would have protected the main gold, but there's a TC on that main gold. 3 TC is actually also up for ACCM. Monastery is up. He's going to send the first monks out to try and get those relics. Actually going for a relic that is far forward, and I guess with the scout around, ACCM should be able to get that actually. This monk going to the left hand side. Can ACCM see the monk? Did he see it? Yes, and that monk I think is going to die, or maybe not, because ACCM was slow, but no luck this time for Hera. ACCM taking on 1 monk and grabbing the forward relic. That means 1 relic for now for Hera, and the other 4 might go to ACCM because he has that scout alive. I don't think Hera is going to go and invest a lot into monks. He's going to go for 1 more to try and grab more relics. It's not like he's going double monastery or anything. Good economy as far as I can judge here, so it's possible that Hera will go up to Imperial Age quite fast. He's on stone to get that castle up, very important to see. And I think Karambit Warrior is the answer in that game, because ACCM is not going for any monk rush here, which Italians can do pretty good, like 1 TC, monk rush, forward castle, fast Imperial Age, and then go for trebuchets, condotieros, bombard cannons maybe, but later on, and of course monks. For now, ACCM happily grabbing the relics. Guess we can go a little bit faster. I don't even see forward siege workshop up, and I'm just waiting for the players to click up to Imp. ACCM is still a bit away. Hera a lot of gold in the bank, but not so much food. And there it is, the siege workshop coming forward, 2 monks, the barracks coming up. But I think Hera, after the castle coming up, he will be able to click up to Imperial Age. ACCM first, but not first to Imperial Age because melee bonus 80% faster. That means almost only half the time. As you can see, there is like more than 1 minute difference. The generous crossbowmen shouldn't be able to do a lot. They are not really strong against infantry units. They are an archery unit, of course, but still against Karambits, what do you do? And Hera is actually going for those Karambit Warriors with 4th TC coming up on the gold on the left-hand side. This villager will be able to take down the wolf. And Imperial Age with the 2nd castle on the way coming up for Hera now. Let's go for the resources. Chainmail armor is on the way. What's going to do? Karambit Warriors still being produced. And I guess he should go for Trebuchet now to have a little bit more line of sight. He doesn't even know about the forward in the middle. He's going to the right-hand side to take the 3rd gold actually, or maybe the 2nd stone, the extra stone. He cannot see the stone. Cannot even see the extra gold. Not a really good scouting. Let's see for ACCM. Almost up to Imperial Age. Going for fletching now. Didn't even have fletching on those Chinese crossbowmen. And barracks are up. That means we're going to see Conquerors production starting immediately. Blacksmith, that's the 2nd blacksmith, I guess, and a few more houses coming up as well. ACCM, 80 villages against Hera, 103. So Hera in the big score lead here. And he's got 2 trebuchets now hitting that forward. That makes sense for me. He's got 20 karambits, no 17 karambits in that castle. I think he should produce more, or wait for the elite upgrade. I think that's what's happening. Yes, elite karambit coming in, and there it is. Karambit production starting again. 3rd castle possibly coming up on that gold, or maybe on the left-hand side. Yeah, left-hand side seems good. 3rd castle on the way. 1 trebuchet coming up from ACCM to start an attack Hera's castles. I guess ACCM could go for this castle or his newly built one, and I think the elite karambits should move out right now to try and take the fight, but you need to produce non-stop. That's the most important thing. 15 military units, that means probably 30 karambits, or not entirely. It's actually not enough, and Hera needs to produce more. That's why he's waiting, but a lot of Conquerors on the map. And now, actually, Hera is taking the fight and is losing a lot of karambits, while ACCM is winning this by quite a lot. There is not enough karambits on the field. Not sure why. Yeah, Hera is producing non-stop actually, but ACCM apparently got a good economy for Conquerors here. The trebuchet is hitting that castle now. That means one castle might go down fast here. Another castle coming up behind that. I think I would put it on the other side. Now more and more karambits is going on the field, but also more Conquerors. And of course, that one Conqueror is like 2 karambits. Actually, the karambits should be able to win this, but as you can see, only 10. That means like not even 20 karambits on the field, 10 military units, and more than double for ACCM. Hera is not able to produce enough, and that's not good for him, because ACCM is suddenly with map control, with a lot of army going for the trebuchets, and once the castles are going down, we might see Hera in trouble here. This is not patch 5.7 where the karambits are nerfed. Elite karambits still 8+2. They need a +4. Yeah, that's a very important upgrade for those karambits actually, because without upgrades they are really weak. You need those upgrades, and actually a few Conquerors trying to stop this castle from going up. Now another big fight happening, but again, ACCM got more military units than Hera actually. And while Hera is still in the score lead for now, ACCM is able to damage that castle quite a lot, and this trebuchet finally going down, so a lot of karambits actually being sacrificed to take on the trap here. That means for now Hera still with 3 castles in the score lead, a lot more villages, but still not more military units. What is happening here? Why is Hera not able to produce enough of those elite karambits? Looks like ACCM is getting faster than Hera can produce. I'm really surprised to see this, because usually I would say the karambits should be produced faster, and I think conscription was done. Now Conquerors is moving into the economy. This is really important to see. Those are a lot of unprotected villages. On the right hand side, ACCM is not stopping Hera from taking any gold. On the left hand side, the castle should be able to protect that gold for now. The karambits standing idle here, being produced, but they're not attacking or anything. 90 military units, again, that's not even more than Hera has, than ACCM has. As you can see, 43 and 45 against now 38. No, that's 27 infantry units. Wait, is that correct? Yeah, now Hera finally is able to get more karambits out, but he's losing a castle, cannot even repair this. That means only 2 castles left. Archer Rangers coming up. This cannot be the answer. What are you going to do? Arbalest here? Will I even get Arbalest or only crossbowmen? Not sure. And I imagine in the long run you might see... Malai was the one with 200 swordsmen that cost no gold, but crossbowmen coming in from Hera. Interesting to see against Conquerors. I don't think that's the answer. Now 4 trebuchets moving forward. ACCM somehow able to actually outproduce the Karambit warriors, and like this, Hera still in the score lead, but ACCM taking on yet another castle, putting a castle really far forward. The elite karambits only moving, not attacking. This is a mistake. Now more karambits moving in to take those trebuchets. I'm really not sure what Hera is doing wrong here, but ACCM is in full control and Hera actually calling GG. Wow, what a game. And we're going into a match game now. And now game 3 is between Aztecs and Ethiopians. Let's go in. What can you do with Ethiopians? I guess what Hera is trying to do, going for tower rush possibly. Players are really close and there's 5 villages moving forward. I think Hera was even able to steal a few sheep here. Let's go for ACCM's map quickly. We have the main gold safe in the back. We have second gold safe in the back actually. The map not looking bad here. The main stone is forward. There's a market coming up from Hera, so he's doing the, I don't know, do you call it Terror Tower Hub? Maybe, something like that, Market Tower Hub. The third gold even inside. Where's the second stone? Is that outside? On the left-hand side forward, so stone may be a problem here. ACCM quickly trying the wall, but the first villages are actually going in. Not all of them, but now one after another. And Hera on up to feudal age, obviously. ACCM also up now and going with the watchtower immediately. I think Hera needs to put up another watchtower as fast as possible. Doesn't have the stone, that's a mistake. Actually, he's got the stone for an outpost only. That's not good. And the second watchtower coming up. No, actually, ACCM decided to cancel this watchtower, go for a watchtower on the right hand side, but the village is now moving in. A village of war is not the answer here. ACCM only going for loom now. Forgot about the Aztecs not having loom, maybe. And that means a few of those villages might die, but also the Eagle Warrior trying to fight here. And that Eagle Warrior should have been taken down. Hera going back too early. The watchtower is up, and those villages are actually in the middle of ACCM's base, on the front of ACCM's base, where ACCM is actually now moving in. But quick walls coming up here. Look at this. This watchtower will actually go up, apparently, because very nice quick walls. A counter watchtower on the right-hand side, and the village is still getting hunted down. Hera actually with a really good map. Main gold, second gold, third gold, safe in the back. Extra berries, extra gold in the back. The main stone forwardish, that's not a big problem here. The second stone on the far side outside. Extra gold also close to his base. This is just crazy. But he has Ethiopians against the Aztecs, and that's the problem here. Watchtower actually not going up. The village just got killed off, and that means ACCM has a safe base at this point. Hera is no longer inside his base. We can go faster, I guess. Now we have another, is that an outpost? Yes, outpost coming up to make sure Hera is not doing anything aggressive here. Hera resources looking decent right now, but he needs a little bit more time to click up. He's got a barracks actually, but no archer range. He didn't go for any archers. I think with archers coming in, this would have been a really good tower rush, like, I don't know, do you call it Winchester style? Or did Stark call it the Bozeman rush? I don't know who made that word up. We have ACCM not really close to Castle Age, but I guess it doesn't really matter because he can go with Eagle Warriors or with Eagle Scouts in Feudal Age and Eagle Warriors in Castle Age if he wants to. How do you stop Monks, Eagle Warriors and maybe Siege? There is not a really good strategy against that, I guess. Blacksmith coming up, archery range is up, so we are going to see Hera trying and click up to Castle Age pretty soon now. Doesn't really have the food, and ACCM is ahead at this point. Clicking up to Castle Age, gonna be there before 21 minutes, and he is going for Monastery then, I guess, and the barracks coming up. So we're going to see Eagle Scouts and soon to be Eagle Warriors with a lot of villages on gold right now. That makes sense. While Hera is trying to defend this, or maybe go aggressive even with archers then. We're going to see Castle Age click and Castle Age arriving actually also before 21 minutes, but only short before. Gold mining coming in, crossbowman upgrade will come in anytime that Hera reaches Castle Age. Still 2 villages on stone and a gate coming up to allow those crossbowmen to go out to the left hand side. Actually Hera did not lure his deer in, or maybe he did lured one, I don't know. Those Eagle Scouts don't have upgrades right now, but ACCM is up to Castle Age. Those Eagle Scouts right now will die to the fletching archers, but we're going to see Eagle Warrior coming in, scale mill armor, crossbow and boatkin arrow, everybody going for the upgrades, a siege workshop coming up, and a monastery is on the way as well. It makes sense, everything we're going to see here is pretty standard for now. The watchtower is still maybe a little bit annoying, but it's not a big problem, I guess. This gate is still open. Siege workshop coming up forward for Hera. ACCM though with the Aztecs still is an advantage. Hera is in the score lead, but it doesn't really say a lot here. And we're going to see a mangonel on the way. Mangonel also for ACCM to attack the tower. If ACCM is not paying attention, he might lose the mangonel. Actually, 1 for nothing. Good job for ACCM here. Outpost going down. But now I guess we need to see either a siege tower or more mangonels. And the mangonels or maybe even scorpions would make sense. Those Eagle Warriors have 3+1, soon to be 3+2 pierce armor. And that means only 2 damage per arrow from the crossbowman. That means like, what is that, 28 arrows to kill one of those Eagle Warriors from the crossbowman. And that's really a lot. So right now, good shot with the mangonels, but also good shot counter mangonel on the crossbowman. And those crossbowmen have to run away now because the Eagle Warrior is way too strong here. hiding in the watchtower, but of course the Eagles can attack now. That means that's 5 dead crossbowmen as soon as they're getting dropped out, and a forward castle coming from ACCM as well. I didn't even see his Hera is low on resources, investing a lot into those crossbows, but they are not the answer. I think maybe he needed a castle too, could have gone for his unique unit. But Eagle Warriors are just strong, they can be massed easily, and ACCM was housed for a split second, but the castle is up. Men-at-Arms wheelbarrow coming in from Hera. ACCM, do you have any extra TCs? I don't see them. I guess not. Doesn't really matter because right now he's going really aggressive, collecting the relics, or starting to at least, and going with rams and mangonels forward. This archer range will go down fast. A few crossbowmen are really not gonna do a lot against those Eagle Warriors. Quick house is coming up everywhere. Hera is trying to wall completely, but to what end? Those Eagle Warriors can still go around quickly, and even if they are not getting in at the start, you have 3 of those rams and a mangonel to actually attack any building that you want to, except for castles, which Hera obviously doesn't have. ACCM looking good here. Hera is in trouble, has almost enough stone for a castle, could buy 100 stone if he has or had a market. He's gone with the TC here on that wood line, and to be at 30 C, yes, on the second gold actually. But now Eagle Warriors moving in, fortune coming in from ACCM. That means Hera is going to lose villages. He's calling the GG right now. 3-0 for ACCM. Very strong performance. I'm surprised to see the Malay lose against the Italians here, but apparently Conquerors can actually beat those if you play it right, or maybe if your opponent plays it wrong. I still don't know what happened. And against Aztecs, Tower Rush, maybe with archers would have been better, but was really the only option. I hope you enjoyed these games. Not sure when CL vs Stark is going to happen, but I hope to see you there. See you in the next games then. GG.